Oh, hi there, everyone. Welcome to Geektopia Island here. And today on Cardwell's Cauldron, we're bringing the two decks that hated each other so much, Gruul and Selesnya, and we're making amends, okay? We have a Hero of Precinct One who came together and was like, "Come on, guys, let's make it right.
We don't need to fight no more."
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna fight together, and that's why the deck is called Heroes Allegiance. So it's Naya, so red, green, white, and as I said, the main start of the deck is Hero of Precinct One. It's a 1/1 white, 2/2. Whenever you cast a multicolor spell, create a 1/1 white human creature token. I feel like this card has a lot of potential. I mean, what's the red one? Pyromancer.
Yeah.
Like, that was a whole deck in Modern for quite a while.
Pyromancer.
For one creature. So, why can't it be for...
Multicolor spells?
Well, yeah, multicolor spells. I mean, that's
Why not?
simple as that. So, yeah, that's where we're starting at.
Next up is our first multicolor dude, the Swiftblade Vindicator. Red and a white for a 1/1 with double strike, vigilance, and trample.
So strong.
Dude's good.
Dude's good. We have ways to put counters on him and all the fun stuff, and it's ridiculous. Zhur-Taa Goblin is the next one. 1 red, 1 green, 2/2. It has Riot. So Riot is, when it enters the play, it has a 1/1 counter on it, or it has haste. Just simple as that.
I just laugh because the Zhur-Taa Goblin's cutting down a Boros flag.
Yeah.
Alright, next up is a Gruul Spellbreaker. We've seen this dude and he's strong.
Yeah.
Red, green, and 1 for a 3/3 with Riot. And he's got Trample, and as long as it's your turn, you and Gruul Spellbreaker have Hexproof. So I'm going to get a counter and just get Hexproof and not care.
Yeah, and not care. And hopefully a 1/1 the whole time.
Yeah.
Just to get with that.
Getting there.
Of course, the returning one from the decks as well is Knight of Autumn, because it's just really strong. 1 green, white, 2/1. Enters the battlefield, choose 1. Put 2 counters on it. Make it a 4/3. Destroy target enchantment or artifact, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Or you gain 4 life. That's the best main board, sideboard card ever.
Dude, it's so good for 3 mana. What else are you going to play for 3 mana in those 2 colors?
Yeah, exactly. That's the best one.
It does everything for you. And like you said, it gets you a 1/1 dude. Solid.
Yep.
Next up is our boy Tajic, the Legion's Edge. Red, white, and 1 for a 3/2 with haste and mentor. So when he swings, he gets a counter on another swinging thing.
Yep.
And you prevent all damage, all non-combat damage that will be dealt to other creatures you control. You can play a red and a white, and he gains first strike.
Yep. So with all the 3 drops, they all represent the guilds. All 3 of them. Gruul, Selesnya, and Boros. And with Tajic, it can help Hero Precinct get bigger, or Swiftblade, or just anyone, really, pretty much.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cute.
And it's a toss-up, but I had to throw this 4-drop in here because it's just so good, especially with the second ability, is a Shalai, Voice of Plenty. Another way to give yourself hexproof. 3 white, 3/4 flying angel. You, planeswalkers you control, and other creatures you control have hexproof. And the main special part about it is you pay 4, 2 green, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control.
Yeah, she's so strong.
As you notice, it's just a bunch of small dudes trying to get there, and then with Hero of Precinct 1, hopefully building an army, then you're just like, big. Stuff like that.
I like it. I think that dude's pretty good.
Yeah, I think Shalai is amazing.
Alright, the first up on the spells, we have the first split card. A Sure and a Symbol, and it is hybrid, green-white, or green-white, and it's an instant. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature. That creature gains indestructible until the end of turn.
I just love cards that save dudes. That's what I do.
It's true, he does.
Yeah.
Or you can play a symbol, and it's green, white, and 4. Instant, create 3/2/2 green and white elf knights with vigilance.
Yep.
So if you need to, you're just like, end of turn, make 3 dudes. Because I can. Yeah. Or, need to block? I'm going to make blockers.
Yeah, make 6 power on the field for 6. Seems pretty good.
Yeah.
The next one is a Collision Colossus. It's the Gruul one. So the first one, Collision, 1 and a Gruul. Deals 6 damage to target creature with flying. Instant speed. So it gets rid of, Lyras, Doom Whisperers, even Thief of Sanities, because those things are ridiculously powerful. And then Colossus is green and a red. Target creature gets +4/+2 and gains trample into turn for instant speed.
Card's so strong.
That's so much value for 2 mana on either side.
Yeah. Because you're just like, hey, this dude's big and gonna kill you now because he's got trample.
Yeah, or just like swinging out and they're like, well, block the hero. And you're like, cool, take damage.
And if you swing with the Boros Swiftblade and you're like, hey, this dude gets +4/+2.
Yeah.
Take 10. Rarg.
Dude's
good.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Next up is our kill spell, Justice Strike. Red and white. And it's an instant. Target creature deals damage to itself equal to its power.
So yeah, this is the multicolor kill spell that helps Hero of Precinct.
Makes you a dude and kills a dude.
Yep, seems good. Alright, the next one, Response and Repose. It's another kill spell. It's a Boros, 2 Boros mana. It deals 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. So that helps. And Resurgence, which is the super fun one that wins games only sometimes.
Yeah.
So it costs 5, 3 red and a white. Creatures you control gain First Strike and Vigilance until Vigilance until end of turn. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase. And after that combat phase, there's an additional main phase. So you can do it after combat. So your second main phase turns into another main phase in combat and just go through there. Or you just do it immediately because everything has First Strike and Vigilance. And you're just like, God.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty silly.
Next up, to make the deck even more overpowered, is Rhythm of the Wild.
Yep.
Green, red, and 1 for an enchantment. Creature spells you control can't be countered, and non-token creatures you control have Riot. So all your dudes have Riot with this card in play, which is silly, because any kind of those dudes coming in, a Shalai with a Riot, or the Goblin that already has Riot gets an extra Riot.
Yeah, and Spellbreaker,
so good.
right? You can. Yeah, just everything about it is just super good. If you're playing red-green, you play this card.
Yeah,
every time,
much.
No matter what. And to also help with your dudes and tempo attack really well is Unbreakable Formation. 2 and a white, instant. Creatures you control gain indestructible in the turn, which is cool. But addendum, if you do it on your main phase, all your creatures get +1/+1 counter and vigilance and indestructible, of course. So, like, of course, mono white uses this because you're just like, I have a bunch of dudes with knights, play this, swing big, and you don't care.
Yeah, the card's insane.
Yeah, it's way stronger than most people.
Pretty wild.
Yeah. I'll let you talk about this person.
All right, so I like him a lot. A lot of people don't, and I don't really understand why. But he's 4 mana, and it's Domri, Chaos Bringer. So red, green, and 2 for 5 drop or 5 loyalty and Planeswalker.
See, that's strong right there. Just that.
Yeah, he +1s. You add a red or a green. If that mana is spent on a creature, it gains Riot. Sweet. You can -3. Look at the top
4 cards.
4 cards and put.
Yeah, it's kind of blurry.
Yeah, it's super
low. You get 2 creatures from among them and put them in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Rest at the bottom of random order.
And at the -8, you get an emblem. This is at the beginning of each instep. Create a 4/4 red and green beast with tramples. So
with that, I think the fact that it's a low mana costing dudes, most of them, that to be able to get 2 of them after you untap and everything, then you're like, okay, play 2 dudes for free. Like you just got them, and then you get to play 2 dudes, and then you just go crazy with Domri. That and plus the red-green splash helps with the mana fixing a little bit because it is 3 colors. And with that brings us to the lands. Like I said, it's 23 because that's my favorite number for lands. It's mostly red-white. So 4 Clifftops, 4 Sacred Foundries. And then of course we have 3 of each of these. Rootbound Crag, Stomping Ground, Sunpetal Grove, Temple Gardens. Those are just the buddy and shock lands. And the one of basics because it's forest, mountain, plains, just in case something gets destroyed.
Or settle still happens. Because I've seen them still running around. It's just, it's a little slimmer than normal.
Yeah. But you still always need basics no matter what. And then that brings us to our honorable mentions. Of course, because the meta's so wild right now, and depending on where you play around, that's why we just these cards can be good in the main board or sideboard. Yeah. And of course, the number 1 is Banefire, because why not? Red and an X, and if the X is 5 or greater, it's uncounterable. So screw you, all counter spells or Nexus of Fate decks.
Yeah, it kills anything you need it to kill. Yeah. Especially your opponent. Yep. Next up is Integrity and Intervention. So Integrity is a white-red split or hybrid card, and it's an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. It's okay. Yeah. And then Intervention is 2 and a red and a white. It deals 3 damage to any one target, and you gain 3 life.
See, I feel like this card is slightly undervalued right now because there's not a lot of like Boros aggro decks. But I feel like this card would out-tempo most decks because you just keep swinging and they finally block something small and then you either burn it or you +2 your dudes to overpower them.
Yeah, and 4 seems like a bit much, I know, but like in the late game you don't really care because you're like, that dude's, you're going to get out of my way and I get to kill you now.
I mean, people play War Healers Helix, right?
Yeah.
That was 4, I do believe. So
yeah, like it's good.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's fantastic for what it does.
Thankfully, as long as it's instant.
Yeah.
Which is the best thing about it.
Yeah.
The next one, I will always put this in a Gruul sideboard, is Cindervines. Red-green, when an opponent casts a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to them. It is an enchantment. You can pay 1, sacrifice Cindervines, destroy target artifact or enchantment, and it deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller. It's just super good against control, severely.
It hurts control real bad.
Especially when they're Nexus of Fading, and hopefully you get them Los, and if they want to keep taking extra turns, that's cool, but they keep taking 1 every time.
Next up is Thrash and Threat, and this card is busted.
Yes.
Both sides. So Thrash is a red-green hybrid, and instant target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control.
Yep.
So you're like, my big dude kills your little dude, or I get to shoot your planeswalker because I don't want it.
Yeah.
And then Threat is 2 and a red and green sorcery, create a 4/4 red and green beast token with trample. So, I mean, you get a dude if you need a dude, but most of the time you're going to be using it to free fight bear something.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely against mono blue tempo right now. That's super powerful. I even play a Flyers version of it, and it's just super good. So, all your little dudes can actually kill their little dudes for 2 instant mana.
Yeah.
It's super good.
Pretty silly.
And speaking of that, is Deafening Clarion. 1 red and white. We all know this card from all the Drake decks, pretty much. Deals 3 damage to each creature, or creatures you control have lifelink. So you can out-tempo with life. Or if you have Tajic, you can save your board and kill theirs. Because Tajic says prevent all damage to all other ones.
Yeah, all knockout damage to your dudes. So it's pretty silly.
Yeah, it's pretty silly to hopefully just out-tempo and just swing on in for the fences.
And the other card that we have in the one is Aurelia, Exemplar of Justice. She's the red-white ruler, the Boros commander, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Red, white, and 2 for a 2/5 flying with Mentor. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, choose up to 1 target creature you control. Until the end of turn, that creature gets +2/+0 if it's red, and trample, and if it gets vigilance if it's white.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just there to help get you that extra little value. If you really want an extra dude, you can put it in place of Shalai.
Exactly. Especially if you're going against just aggro or mono blue, you're like, you don't really need that. And Resurgence with Aurelia is insane because she gets the bonuses again to play, and then Mentor triggers again, and it's just
it's
the
pretty
blowout.
silly. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. With that is the combination of all the guilds, all the heroes coming together, hopefully saving the day. But again, the deck list will be down below, and hopefully you can just stay here at Geektopia Island. Goodbye.
Bye. Also, guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to keep up to date on all of our future content, make sure you tap that bell.
And go ahead and check us out on our streams. Don't forget to support us on Patreon, and thank you for staying here on the island.
Later, guys.
Bye.